What is going on, you guys? Indiana Harley guy back at you with another video. Today I am going to be taking out my woman's 2022 Sportster 48. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this bike, give my personal review on this bike. It is a good looking bike, that is for sure. A little bit of the upgrades on it. She's got a 2-inch riser on the handlebars. CC rider seat. I love that black and orange. Looks good. She's got the backrest or the sissy bar on there, and a badass Cobra exhaust system on this thing. This thing sounds so awesome. So yeah, I'm going to take you a little ride on this, and as a rider, somebody with a bad back, I'm going to let you know my honest opinion on the comfort level of this bike. And it also has progressive 412 suspension on this thing, which it definitely makes a world of difference over stock, that is for sure. So yeah, let's go. I'm back from my ride. Took about, I'd say it's about a 40-mile ride round trip, not too far. I just want to give my honest review on this 2022 Sportster 48. Say hi to the camera, Luna. Luna, everybody. Indiana Harley pup. Alright, go play. Alright, so this was bought brand new last November, I believe, from Bluegrass Harley Davidson in Louisville, Kentucky. I rode it home the day my girlfriend bought it. At the time, she didn't really know how to ride. This is her first bike. This is what she learned on. I'm going to go ahead and say it. From the factory, completely stock, this is one of the most uncomfortable bikes for me that I have personally ever ridden. Not saying it's a bad bike. It just, for me, I have a really bad back, so comfort is very important to me. Which is why I don't ride something like this very often. That's why I have my Ultra Limited. That's why I have the seat that I have, the road sofa, the Legend suspension front and back, the 12-inch bars. That's why the backrest. That's why I have all these things, to make it more comfortable for me. Stock. This thing was one of the most uncomfortable bikes I've ever ridden. It's about 45 miles roughly from here to where it was purchased at, and I rode it home, and my back was absolutely killing me whenever I got back. That being said, there are a few upgrades done to this to make it a little bit more comfortable. Got a CC Rider gel seat on here. It is not the most comfortable thing in the world. I've heard good things about these seats, and I'm not saying it's a bad seat. It's just, to me, it's not the most comfortable seat ever, and my girlfriend agrees. Also got the Progressive 412 shocks on here. This is a very good suspension. It definitely improved the ride on this thing tenfold. It really did. I could actually stand to ride this thing now with the way it's set up. I mean, not for a super long distance, but, you know, 40, 50, 60, 70 miles doesn't really bother me too awful much on this bike anymore. And there's also 2-inch risers on the handlebars, so you're not leaned forward as much, sitting a little bit more straight up and down, which helps me out a lot. So yeah, those are the comfort upgrades that are done to it. It definitely makes a world of difference over stock, that is for sure. We also got the Switchblade foot pegs on there, got the Willie G hand grips, got some aftermarket mirrors, because in my opinion the mirrors on this thing was just garbage. You couldn't see at all out of them. At least I couldn't, and neither could my woman. Added this sissy bar, it's a quick detach. And we also have a Cobra exhaust on here. So yeah, that's really all the upgrades we had. And we added the crash bar and some aftermarket speakers. Little things like that, just to kind of make it, you know, hers, pretty much. Another thing I wasn't a big fan of about this bike, it only has a 2.2 gallon gas tank. So about every 75 miles you got that gas light popping on saying, hey, I need more fuel. So, I mean, that's not a huge deal, because, you know, these bikes obviously weren't designed and made for long distance trips. They were more designed for like around town, maybe a little, you know, half-day trip or something like that. Not saying you can't do it. There are people that ride these Sportsters all over the place, all over the country. Not my cup of tea personally, but you know, there are people that do it, so it can be done. Performance-wise, even though it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, this is an extremely fun bike to ride. This thing just loves being thrown into those corners, with it being so lightweight. I think it's around about 550 pounds. So it's not a heavy bike. You got a 1200cc engine in it, so it'll definitely move. And it's all around just fun. It's a fun bike to ride. It really is. Even stock, this is a very fun bike to ride. It'll get up and go, and even stock, it will keep up with a lot of your bigger cruisers out there. It's got plenty of power, plenty of torque, especially for a beginner rider. Now, do I recommend this for a beginner? If this is one of those bikes that you want to get into riding, then yes, it is a very good beginner's bike, because it's lightweight, it's easy to handle, it's easy to maneuver. But personally, I believe that your first bike should more suit the style of riding or the type of bike you want to ride. My first bike was a 2005 Suzuki Boulevard M50. I only paid $1,800 for it, rode it home. I didn't get it. I got it to learn to ride on, basically, and I knew really quickly that that was not going to be a long-term bike for me. I wanted something more comfortable, a little bit bigger, because I wanted to put some miles on it. I wanted to take those long trips, and I knew I wasn't going to get it on that bike, and I wouldn't get it on this bike either. I don't care what we do to this bike. I don't think it'll ever be to a point where I would be comfortable taking it on a long-distance trip, personally. But that being said, all around it is a very good bike. It's very fun to ride. It's definitely got the power. It's lightweight. It's easy to maneuver. It's low to the ground. So people like me, I have a 28-inch inseam. I'm 5'7", so I have really short legs. I can no problem whatsoever flat foot this bike. No issues at all. So, if this is the type of bike you want to ride, sure, this will make a great first bike to learn on. If you want to do more of the cruiser style, more comfort, I would recommend something like Softail, because they're a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, but they're not so heavy you can't control them. They're a little bit heavier, and they're more made for a longer distance ride. So yeah, that is, in a nutshell, the 2022 Sportster 48 1200cc. She is wanting to do quite a few more upgrades to this. I think she's wanting to go all the way up to pretty much a stage 4 performance kit in this thing. Right now it's just the exhaust, that's it, nothing else. But yeah, so if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, go over to Facebook and TikTok, follow me, Indiana Harley Guy. It would be greatly appreciated. And thank you all for watching. And yeah, let me know if you want me to do a complete review on my bike or my seat, suspension, things like that. Let me know if you guys want to see stuff like that. Hi, Luna. Hi, baby girl. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like I said, click the like button, subscribe, tell all your friends about it, Indiana Harley Guy. You guys have fun. Ride safe.